Hi, this is Richard Newton from Fresh Learning and welcome to our blog. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 P's of presentation preparation. The first P that we have to think about is presenting ourselves. To do this, what we have to think of are things such as what our level of experience is, but also what our level of knowledge is of the subject that we're going to be presenting about. By boosting that level of knowledge and by being aware perhaps of where we've done well and not so well in the past, it can help us to be able to be more effective in giving the presentation that we're giving. Step 2 is to think about how we're going to prepare the presentation itself. Consider the audience, consider the who, the what, the when, the where, the how, and the why. By doing that, it can help us to structure the presentation based upon the needs of the individuals in the room rather than the needs that we may have. And those may be quite different. After we've prepared the presentation itself in terms of thinking about the content of the presentation, we then need to think about the materials and any supporting information that you're going to be giving. So for example, will you be using any props? Will you be using any kind of software to help you with the presentation, such as PowerPoint or Keynote? And will you be using any supporting information, materials that you'll be handing out or indeed sending by email or some other form to those who are attending the meeting itself or to those who are viewing the presentation if it's a presentation done online or using web-based software. Once we've done that, we need to think about the space that you're going to be presenting in terms of size, in terms of technology, and in terms of how you have a level of comfort in that particular space. One of the good things that we can do is to perhaps visit the space prior to us making the presentation to allow us to be able to visualize the space when we're planning for the actual presentation itself and any of the materials and supporting information that we'll be providing. We can also at that point see what the audio-visual content is. So for example, check to see if there's microphones, think about any desks, any lecterns, any furniture, as well as things such as presentation screens and how you're going to be entering and leaving the space that you're considering making the presentation in. So those levels of preparation at this stage allow us, by preparing our space, to be thinking about not only the presentation itself, as we do in step 2, and then the way in which we're actually going to give the materials, supporting information and other things to people in stage 3, but also in stage 4 to think about the space that we're actually going to be using. Don't forget that space could also be online. What about the background? Do you have a nice background? Do you have the sunshine in terms of any web video that you're using? Or are you showing half of your spare bedroom? So yes, considerations such as that can also come in when it comes to an online presentation as well. And then finally, we're back to prepare yourself again. The idea of preparing yourself again is to get yourself into a position where you feel comfortable, you've reviewed the content that you're going to be doing, you've ensured that you've perhaps rehearsed, if that's a necessary part of what you need to be doing, to ensure that you feel comfortable when you walk into that room. And above all, the benefit of doing the 5 steps of perfect presentation preparation is that it hopefully alleviates some of the nervousness that we all feel when we go in to make a presentation. And please be aware, even the most seasoned of professionals feel nervous before they make a presentation themselves. Mark Twain is famous for a quote that I'll probably misquote in terms of this video, which is that he said that the only thing that's true about a person who says that they're not nervous is that they're a liar. Because all of us feel nerves, and actually we can utilize those nerves, something that we'll look at in a later video, to help us to give a more effective presentation. I hope you'll find those things useful. So just to recap, the 5 P's of perfect preparation for presentations are: number 1, prepare yourself. Number 2, prepare your presentation, thinking about the content, thinking about what it is that you're going to be presenting and who you're going to be presenting to. Step 3, prepare your materials and the supporting information to ensure that you have a full message that goes as part of your presentation. Step 4, prepare the space, thinking about the space that you'll use, what it looks like, what it feels like, and any information technology, audio visual and furniture requirements that you may have. And then finally, prepare yourself again to allow you to be able to overcome some of those nerves through having some effective preparation for your presentation. Good luck with your presentations, and I hope to see you again in another video.